Yo, this is Mark. What are you at? One of your favorite jazz violinists, synthesist, composer, and a lot of other things. And I wanted to address something I feel is really important. It just came to me and I didn't want to lose the thought. Because I exchange a lot of audio, like this is air on a G string, I don't know if you can hear it, with my friends and musicians and associates, people that I admire or vice versa, you know. And I just thought it's so important to if you're going to be recording on an iPhone or an iPad, what I would recommend is that you get AudioShare, which is a really great app. And it works perfectly in tandem with the operating system. And you could use AUM mixer as well, which is nice because you can basically sub-route out. You can do busing and things like that, which basically means that you can take your one instrument input and you could split that into 3 channels and have them go into a final master channel. It's very easy to see, and it's like an analog type of thing where you can have certain effects on each channel, and it's like that's just processing your signal, which you can do after you record an initial audio. And this is what I wanted to share with you. For it to sound good, you don't want it to be like a waveform that's so big it's filling up that whole entire page, you know. It's filling up the entire little screen, but that's just a visual thing. To make sure that you don't get too hot a signal, you're going to have to use AudioShare, or if you have mic control like on your MacBook, which is a great built-in mic if you got one of the silicone models, you want to pull that down a bit. Now, you could always boost it up. You don't want it to be too far down, but I've noticed with AudioShare, it's got something that's called measurement mode, and that's a sub folder, or like a sub menu. When you're going to record, there's like a little red button. You can hit that, and then you see all the different options that you have available to you. All right. So I want you to go down to the bottom right of that screen and then click, and then first you got to go to settings. Once you've clicked on the record button, you got to go up to the settings and make sure that basically what you want to do is record in FLAC, or CAF, I should say. CAF, AIFF, or WAVE format. You can just do it in 16-bit 44 kilohertz, and then go down to that other menu below there, and I'm going to actually have to exit out of this. I'll show you. Okay, here we go. Actually, it's still playing because you can process a file. This is so cool. All right, I'm gonna turn it around if I can. I guess I can't. Well, here you go. Going into the settings, and now hardware settings. You want to click on that. You want to go to sample rate. I want to make sure that it's at 48. Actually, you could always change it. Buffer frame size doesn't have to be 64, but you'll be able to see where it's at. You know. You can switch to 256. Oh, sorry, can't handle that because ohm is running too. Measurement mode, you turn that on. You got a mic input gain. You could turn it all the way down or all the way up. And basically, you can just tell by the way that it looks right here. It's not going up to 0, so that's good. But what I would do is I would just pull it down at like 7 dB. 7 is a good lucky number, all right? And you could process the file that I was just listening to. Or if you're going to do that, measurement mode is certainly a great thing to have on because it just bypasses the internal audio. However, I'm going to turn that off for a second because the other way to do things, let's just say, if you do WAVE, AIF, or CAF, you're not going to lose your file if your device crashes. See, it says sample rate converting from 48. That's all you need, right? And this is the mic. You could put it so that it's reading the file, or it's an in-app audio that's recording. But let's just stick with the main hardware input here. Then I'm going to put a plugin called All Things Flip EQ and All Things Voice. Audio Thing. I'm going to go Audio Things Voice. And what that does is you got to click on it, and then you got to unmute the input there. All right. Oh, hello. And you see that beautiful tube. It's going to give you this buffer. It's designed for doing like voiceover work. And it just works as a plugin right now. See, it's not going up too high. I'm clicking. If you bring it all the way up, that's still fine because remember, you saw the mic level. All right. But you don't want it to be anywhere above 10 if it's just normally, you see where I mean? That's great. That way you're not going to exceed the digital signal's maximum. And if a digital signal is above the line where it's feeding back, or it's like, overloading, it just destroys the recording. And so like if you, like somebody just sent me a viola recording, a friend of mine is a composer. He's writing arrangements for 3 violas, for violins and viola. And he's a brilliant composer. He's written symphonies and a violin concerto for me. And I'm excited to perform that eventually. But anyways, my point is, I got to tell him, if you got AudioShare, then just duck down that initial volume. It's so simple. You just open it up, then you just pull that down, and you can pull it down to like -12. That is called gain staging, and you can do that with your mixes, but you just want to make sure that you don't, if you're going to have your phone nearby you when you're going to record something, it does help. Now, these phones are really good. They're advanced, so they have a lot of audio processing capabilities, but this is a way to do it. So you're basically using your iPhone or iPad, which is like got the golden ratio built into it, and you're using it as a microphone, and you can turn all your signals off, and it can function like that. Or you could have it recording. Like I could say, okay, I'm gonna get rid of that plugin, no effect. And I'm just gonna hit, that, and then I'm gonna go to Cubasis and I'm gonna play. Right? You hear that? And then I'm gonna go back to AudioShare, hit stop. Now, it obviously got a recording. It was a little bit, it's like, hello, buddy, what are you trying to do here? Like, my processing capabilities. See, that's really not bad at all. So it sounds like this. Hit, that, and then I'm gonna hear that, and then I'm gonna go. You can hardly hear that. I'm gonna normalize it. It's so quick. You can normalize something. That, and then I'm gonna go to Cubasis and I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play. Go to Cubasis and I'm gonna play. Go to Cube, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play. Cubasis, I'm gonna 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 play. Sounds like I'm drunk. All right, so that's it. That's your little brief tutorial. I'm gonna go back Cubasis and I'm gonna play. You hear that? I'm gonna go back to the Cubasis and I'm gonna play. Reverse speech that. Mark Woody it out. I hope that helps. That is gonna be worth thousands of dollars to those of you who want to have a good recording no matter where you go. Always have your AudioShare, man. I mean, come on. If you don't know about this app, seriously, and you're a serious music producer, you're like not getting things done as efficiently as you could. This works with everything from LumaFusion. It works with the Files app. You just go in the Files app, boom. I mean, there's so many different apps. Like, let's just say I just finished a mix. I'm like, okay, this is great. I'm gonna bounce this. And then it says share, and then you can share it directly with AudioShare as one of the options. It's like, it doesn't even say like what app you want to share. It gives, some of the apps just have that AudioShare share built right in, like Drum Jam, just because it's so easy and it's such a well-written program. I got to give kudos to the creator of this, which the creator of Kymatica is a genius. His name is Jonathan Lil Jadal, and of course Lil Jadal, my partner's name is Lil, and Jonathan, and my buddy's name's John, Jon, and from Rogue Chimp. So that's it.